If you are under the age of 18, the content of this video is not intended for you. Please stop watching now. Hey YouTube, it's Audrey, and I'm excited to be here for the very first installment of my series, Work With It Wednesday. In this series, on the last day of every month, or the last Wednesday of every month, that is, I will be showcasing items that I have not worked with, focusing on tools and specialty dyes and specialty products like maybe mixed media products, things that I have just never used. There are things that I wanted, just haven't figured out or taken the time to figure out how to use them. So I want you to join along. I'll have the hashtag in the description box below so that you can tag your videos if you do follow along. Along the way throughout this year, or throughout however long this series continues, there will probably be some giveaways here and there, so make sure you're subscribed and make sure you're watching all of the Work With It Wednesdays. Again, it will take place on the last Wednesday of every month. So I'm going to kick off this first one with a product that I have several of. It is the double-sided die line from Crafter's Companion Gemini. And it is something that came out maybe 2 years ago. I think it was about 2 years ago, maybe a little bit less. But each year, every few months, they've been coming out with different ones. But basically, the dies are two-sided, and I'll show you one that I have open here. But you see, it's like this on one side, and then on the other side, it's different. So basically, you would take two pieces of cardstock, whichever side you want this one to cut on, you lay it down on there, and then whatever color you want this one, you lay it on top of there. Then there are special plates, the double-sided plates that work with the Gemini, and there are two of them here. They're really thin, but they're really thick. So you would sandwich this in between the two plates, and then you would sandwich that in between your two clear plates. So as Sarah Davies, the creator of Crafter's Companion, says, it's a sandwich within a sandwich within the sandwich of the clear plates. So that's how you remember how to do them. Now, it works in the Gemini. I don't know if those double-sided dies and these plates will work in other machines. I think on the forum I've seen some people say that yeah, they do. Now these plates are for the regular size Gemini. They also come in Gemini Junior. So some of the dies that I have, and some of the ones that they make flowers, and the one that I just showed you outside the package, if I can find the cover here, is this Cosmos flower. That was the one that I showed you those dies for. Then there is, I have this rose, and then they have several other flowers. Then they do the creator cards, the card backgrounds. So this is one that I have. Then they have different versions of the creator card. So this is a couple other versions that I have. This year they came out with Christmas ones, and so there's this one that I have that creates the scene with the Bethlehem kind of skyline, and then they also do edgeables, and I believe this is the only edgeable one that I actually have, but they have other decorative edgeables that are two-sided, double-sided also. So you get one side, and then you get this side, and you come up with this. So that's a preview and basically an explanation of how these double-sided dyes work. So I am going to make some projects and then I will return to show them to you. See you in a bit. All right, I am back and I'll show you what I used first. I went with this back plate because I thought it was pretty cool and I wanted to try some colors similar to this on mine. And then I went with this background plate with this lily. I used this flower. And then I used some sentiments and some stamps from Crafter's Companion. This Scent with Love. This Wake Up, Smile, and Tell Yourself Today is My Day. This one that says, Hope your birthday is filled with love and laughter. Happy birthday. Have a lovely day. I use this birthday die, word die. And then I use the word happy and the shadow. So that's what I use to complete my projects. And I made 2 cards. The first one is this one here. And I use navy and pinks. And then the only other pop of color is the green of the leaves. I debated whether or not to add this flower because it would have been nice and simple because the background is busy had I just used the Scent with Love. But I just thought I'd made it. I'm going to put it on here anyway. I think it's okay. I tried to add a little glitter with some Inca Stella, not Winka Stella. Inca Stella is what I said, but not that either. So Spectrum Noir glitter ink, and I just brushed it around the outline of the pink of the flower. And then I also, not sure how well it's coming across, but I also went over the Scent with Love navy with that, and then the veining of the leaf. So it's kind of busy, but I kind of like it. Then on the inside is where I use the Hope Your Birthday is Filled with Love and Laughter, and that's the first card. Then the second one, I went with the leftover pieces of pink, and then I just changed the background to gray. So I used the happy dies and shadow there, so happy, happy, and then the birthday word. I also outlined those in glitter. And then I used the gray overlay to go over the pink. And then on the inside, wake up, smile, and tell yourself today is my day. So those are the 2 cards that I made. And I will say, using the double-sided dies, it's kind of cool just because you can cut 2 sides out at once. You just have to make sure that you have your cutting dies in a spot that is not, some machines don't have as much pressure in some spots. So just make sure that you have it in, you know, the spots that are best for your machine. A lot of times it's better to angle them also like that when you put them in the machine instead of having them straight on. The other thing I would say is that it's a lot harder to get the extra pieces out of the dies because they're double-sided. They can't put the holes in to poke the pieces out. So spend a lot of time digging out the pieces that are left in the die. But otherwise, I like the concept. Would I rush out and buy a whole bunch more of them? That would depend on the design. But I do like them, and I'll be using them, especially the flowers. more in the future. So that's the first episode of my Work With It Wednesday. Just a couple other things. Sometimes I may have tutorials for the Work With It Wednesdays. Sometimes it just might be showing you what the item is and then referencing other tutorials, or just doing the projects after I show you what I've used. Also, the hashtag to play along is hashtag Work With It Wednesday, and Wednesday is abbreviated WED. So Work With It WED. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back later on, or actually I will be back with more videos. It's late and I'm tired. I'll be back with more videos, but on the third Friday of every month, I'm also in the Vault collab with Poet Spice, and that is also featuring products that we haven't used for at least 6 months or even not at all. And then I'll be back on the last Wednesday of February with the next installment of Work With It Wednesday. Thank you so much, and you have a great and very blessed day. Bye-bye.